Hello, everyone, and welcome into a new episode on Minecraft Adventures. I'm your host, Hitman, and sorry about the botched intro. Just I was trying to think of what I was. got- I'm stuck. All right, I'm not stuck, but anyway, I was just trying to think of what I was going to say. And I got ahead of myself on the thought. So. But anywho, welcome into another episode on Minecraft Adventures. I'm your host Hitman, and in today's episode, we are going to do a recap of what I've been doing around the world. It's been a couple weeks since my last video, and I do apologize for that. As you can see behind me, I've been kind of busy. I've gathered all netherite iron armor. Um, and it's pretty much my god tier. I think this one is missing something, but for the most part, though, it's all got basically thorns on it and stuff. This one still needs Swift Sneak. This one's got Swift Sneak. This is actually a better. This is actually probably a better set. And then, uh, yeah, this one's got. Oh, yeah, actually, this is probably a set that I need to probably actually be wearing. But the set that I'm wearing is actually a better set. It's all got thorns on it. Uh, all protection 4, unbreaking 3, and mending. And then the boots have got Swift Sneak 3, or I'm sorry, the leggings have Swift Sneak 3 on it. And then the boots have Feather Falling, Soul Speed, Depth Striders um, on. Yeah, but and then I actually have in my armor box, I actually have a whole nother set. Um, I wish I could have been recording, but to be fair, there was all the good stuff happens when I'm not recording, and a lot of the stuff that you could see is actually on stream. So make sure to check out my previous live streams if you want to watch all the death loops and all that stuff. Let's just say I had a hard. Let's say that I had a harder time taking on the Woodland Mansion in a death loop than I did the Deep Dark. Uh, like we can go back to the Deep Dark and we can go look at it, check it out, and see what all I got done and play around out there a little bit. But uh, yeah, that was it was just so weird that it was that the Deep Dark was not my bane of existence. It was in fact that place right there. But just a little show of what I've done in the past. Well, since that's already cat's out of the bag on that one. I planted some trees, or some coarse fruit trees. So I have all that going on. Um, this is also the 2.6.2 update, and I guess in doing so, maybe it's just the fact that I hadn't done it in one of the 26 updates, the 26 point version drops, I guess you could say. It actually um, broke my um, my my village breeder. And what I mean is like the um I guess they changed the hitbox size on the babies so the babies would no longer fall. Um so I had to change this out and go do something else. So I'll turn this into something else. I just don't know what I'll do with it. Just that being said, the village breeder or the food vendors over here, they're still dumping. I removed all the chests and I'm just going to put these over here. Uh the shulker boxes. I'm just going to load those up. Um that way it's just easier to manage. That way when I get full, I can either go dump them into a chest someplace since I have a megaton of shulker shells, and I have infinite means of making chests. So I'll probably just dump those into the sorting system. Um, sorting system. Get to that here in a second. I changed this up a little bit. I dropped the observer down a little bit. Hopefully that now we can get 3 tall and it will go off. It's been okay as far as doing self. I guess if that makes any sense. Like as far as doing being automatic. This thing is doing exceedingly well once you just AFK and let it do its thing. Happy gas, obviously. I need to make a. That's one thing I said I was going to do yesterday. I need to make a hut for the happy guest. Probably do it on top of this. Wait, just climb. No, just climb up and that. Nothing new over here. I don't believe. Yeah, nothing new. One of the villagers did get out, so I have one villager floating around. It was one of those that was locked in there. The village breeder. Let's sleep right quick, make it daylight. Keeps all the vampires away. As you can see, I have a totem of undying in my hand. I was able to get access to a few of them. I was able to get access to a few of them, so you know we do have that going good for us. A lot of it was because of the dying in the woodland mansions. That the 5 that I have in my hand is from the woodland mansions, so that's why I do have a few of them. Again, guys, I do apologize. I'm rambling on. I'm trying to make content here. Appreciate though you guys sticking with me and us getting through this. Really do appreciate it. So since my village breeder is broken, I had to relocate, and I will go show you now what I did. Across the Great Potomac. Hey, look, we'll get to see what's about to happen. Like it's doing good over here. Village breeder is working fantastic. In about a couple days, they'll grow up. Basically, oh, I thought that was 2 regular villagers, and I'm like, that's not supposed to happen like that. So basically, they breed. I'm sure you guys understand the mechanics to this. They breed, drops down in here, water pushes them over here into this 1 block high water void. They grow up, and then the water makes them float to the top, and they get pushed into the corner. That's a thunderstorm going on. We have a thunderstorm going on outside too. And then minecart, dispenser, and then they go up here. And then I have it set to where they go over here. And the reason why is because it helps to offload them into a boat. I'll put a boat right there. So that way I can put them in there. So, as you can see, though, I do have a full set of netherite. I went fashion rating on some streams, and I ended up with enough netherite and enough ancient debris to make things work. What is that? I've not yet. I've not yet went searching for the Chaos Cubed biome. That is going to be one of my things in the near future. I'm not. I don't care about the. I'll probably gather up some of the sulfur cubes, but I'm just probably just gonna go to the biome and be like, oh, okay, well here's the biome. Um, here's the biome. So uh, here's the stuff, and bring back a few blocks. Um, but I frankly I don't care about what all the Chaos Cube can do. It's game mechanics. I know I see people using it as a monorail, and frankly, I'm just like I don't care about that. I've got my Elytra, and I'm happy with that. Elytras get me by a lot faster. Um, we will go to the ancient city though for a little bit, but before doing so, I will take you over to my raid farm. Trying to think of what else I could do. What else I did. Oh, I guess I could have showed you my um my sorting system. Oh, oh, okay. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. I think the game locked up on me. Yep. That's probably a mistake. Okay, much better. Well, at least I didn't die. Okay, so in order for me to find um there's a whole nother Oh, another village over there. Remember that now. That lush cavern? I'm only taking these because of... Oh, hello. Right. Even though I said I wasn't going to do it, I'm doing it. I'm looking for the sulfur stuff. Sulfur biome. Oh goodness, I still have a long ways to go. This is not even... Wait, is this even... generated area? Yeah. There's awful... There's a rare... Excuse me. It says there's a rare chance to find the sulfur biome generating above ground. You might find geysers and stuff like that. So... not exactly sure where we would find it, but... like, I don't know if it's more in the plains biome type of thing, or the woodland biome. Surely it's not in a... I don't really want those, but I am taking them. I should probably prune my world and get rid of... Weird. Just out of curiosity. Diamond. go ahead and go over here to the raid farm. As you can see, I've been slowly trying to change some of these to icons, you know, worthy of what they are. I think I was already here. I think I was. Alright, well here we are. Basically all it is, I can't remember, I think it's MC Blanky is who I used, the tutorial from. Basically oh, hey, look at all those. All those saddles. It's a decent farm. It's, you have to basically make sure that it's facing south. So the best place to put it is in the north side of a spawn chunk. Um, it could have been over this way a little bit. I just I didn't think about it, but luckily everything but this one piece of the block is inside. Again, I guess I could easily move it over, but I don't want to. I've already put enough into it. So, but yeah, it works. It works pretty good. I've got um, uh, some of the random stuff that it has. Definitely works better than the last one I had. Yeah. And they fall down to here. And then, of course, the raid farm is over there. So, or the ominous bottle farm is over there. So it's easy for me to just go over there and get some stuff I needed to. In doing so, you also have to, following along with the tutorial, you do have to make sure that you're also, skill settings, you have to make sure that you are down 8 chunks, render distance. You have to make sure that you're 8 chunks away from any land. So if you just turn it down to 8 chunks, it's Well, it's 128, not 128 blocks. Is it 128 blocks? I think you have to be away from any land. So you just turn your chunk render distance down to 8 chunks, and that's exactly whatever they're asking you to be away from. So if you don't see any land in that distance, then you're good. Then occasionally you get that one that wants um, to be in the middle. I'm sorry, not be in the middle, but be difficult and try to go off the edge and all that stuff. It's really it's productive. Get a lot get a lot of different stuff out of it. Um, they said that if you don't want to use do the whole XP part of it, because this is also a technically an XP farm as well. If you don't want to do the XP part of it, then you can just replace these slabs with campfires, and it can be a true AFK farm. There's one already. Two. I mean, it yields about. I think after going through two or three of these, because how many's left? 62. So I did two plus one. So no, I only did two because this is two plus one. So after doing two of them, I think I end up getting away with like uh, five. Quick charge. Oh, victory. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so those are vindicators. Bum, bum, bum. Great victory. Right. Now we have a little something to go back on. Right, all right, all right. Yeah, and how I got the villager there was I had to. You could find this all on stream too. Matter of fact, it was Saturday's stream. No, yesterday's stream. I'm sorry. Tuesday. What the heck? Game crashed. Good thing I was in the middle of flying, so I apologize, guys. This is probably not. This is definitely not one of the better episodes that I've put out. All right. Everything is already put in there. Okay. Um. See if we can do this again now, without crashing. Now, obviously, if I wanted to catch in on any super deals, is this is the best time to do it. So I can get, Silk Touch for instead of 12 for 6. Cut almost everything in half. Mendings for 10. Like I need to actually just go through and do the whole, um, um, like I've done the a couple of the villagers over here, the raiders, where they get zombified and I cured them. This even, which this is even better because it usually is about 17 or something like that. Now it's just cut in half. Maybe my math isn't mathing right. As you can see from where I went to the dark, and from exploring more of the end. Need those back. Um, I've came down. Oh, I guess I didn't need any of those. I needed a helmet, and I didn't pick up any helmets. So, yar. So as you can see, I'm trying to. This is going to be the armory. That's as you there. This is the armory where I'll come to showcase some of the stuff that I have. This is not good gear. Excuse me. Even if it's enchanted, it's not good gear. Like that one's okay. It's just some stuff that I picked up. Not. It's worst case scenario if by chance I lose all my gear. Um, then this is. I'll come over here and I'll pick up some stuff. But I might even. Um, with the floor, I have to watch out below me because the floor is basically this. So I can't be digging down uh, because of stuff. So I might I might go through here, and depending on what I do, I might put shulker boxes here that are lined, that have, disposable gear in it. Um, I might do something else. I might put, an armor stand here to kind of deco it. Maybe, here at each pillar. I don't know. I haven't really got that far yet. I'm still in the process of trying to make this so much better. But yeah, see, I have plenty of shelter boxes. And this doesn't even include the farm that I have. So if I ever need to, I can go back. And I've not been back to the farm in a hot minute. Like I need a place for the blaze rod, and I haven't even put a place for the blaze rod yet. Um, as you can see, I've got most of some common items that I would use up here. I don't know what to put here. Um, I'm trying to keep it like the base blocks. Like this is typically a commonly used block for me. It's often used in farm builds and stuff like that. This is not, but it is one that I would potentially use. I'm trying to go around and replace all the torches with the end rods. Um, so that's a slow exchange in progress. Go down here. Um, this is where most of the food supplies are at. So you got your potatoes, bread, and carrots. So anytime I get any extra carrots, I'll drop them down in here. Um, Even though they are a consumable, or I'm sorry, a sellable, not really consumable, but consume as in they get used other places other than just eating. These items, even though they are used more in other places, if I go unchecked, I will run. If my pumpkin farm and my watermelon farm go unchecked, I will it will overflow. It will become a lot. So I'm just kind of giving them a place to house themselves. You've seen most of these blocks. Um, Recently just added sugarcane here because I thought that would be appropriate, because sugarcane, the honey block can be turned, or the honey block can be turned into a bottle of honey, and the bottle of honey can be turned into that. So I figured that was appropriate. The bone block, excuse me, its base has a, is actually a bone mill, but actually, figured with the bones, there's a good place to put them over here as well. So, and then all these basic ingredients can go in here as well. Um, Even though I don't particularly have a whole lot of them, I don't acquire a whole lot of them. They use other places. I was trying not to overflow this with useless items that I wasn't going to ever. Um, Basically, putting these items in here for me was pointless, because I would potentially sell these as, I mean, unless my mod, you can actually craft these into leather. So just by putting them on a campfire or any drying in a furnace, blast furnace, you can craft those into leather. But in standard Minecraft you can't, or vanilla Minecraft you can't. So basically, all these items, that's a potion brewing thing that's used for other stuff. And this is basically, all these are active ingredients, or ingredients actively used in other things. And I didn't really want to give them a slot, but I figured if I'm going to have mob farms, they might as well have a slot in case I do absolutely need them at some point in time. The magma cream is one also that I didn't really think it needed one. Gave it one. Um, Polished blocks, polished blackstone bricks, and cracked blackstone bricks. I only started picking those up from the bastions and stuff like that. And I thought, well, if I'm going to be digging, I might as well, since I already have the base block over here. Um, they could potentially be used in some stuff. Now, having a 3 chests full of them. No, I'm not gonna ever have that. Just like these, I'm not ever gonna have very many of the Gilded Blackstone. But as I see it looting bastions, I will pick it up. There's all the end stuff. So you have your end stone, coarse flour, coarse fruit, pop coarse fruit, and then end rods, and then the two nylium variants plus the fungus that comes off of it. Here's one I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to put here, and I may actually just put blaze rod here. And then my intent was here all the nether brick stuff. So the nether brick, and then the nether bricks, and then like maybe the stairs, and then the slabs, and then maybe either the fences or the, I don't know if there's walls, but something can go right here. Still working uh, on all the leave variants. Don't really get a whole lot of them in here. I will try to drop them in as I can. Um, these four are your moss variants, or what you get from a moss farm. Figured why not? Could possibly use them at some point. Went over that. Went over that. I'm still I'm conflicted about we got a lot of the iron blocks, but I like these being in the block form, even though they're going to potentially take up a space someplace else in the ingot form, or their not raw form, but their base ingredient form. Like this. We have this here, and then you have that. I didn't want to do, and I'm just jumping around here, but I didn't want to do like just the regular coal. I'd rather have done the block on this. So because usually it's I may have one or two left over, and that's absolutely fine. I'll throw it in the furnace someplace, or throw it in a chest someplace. So I'm not going to be able to 100% get rid of the chests upstairs, right? Like these chests and stuff like that. Um, like these, I may not be able to get rid of, but the goal is to get rid of all these. I may have to leave one or two, more specifically the ones that have all the the um, the wool blocks in them, but the goal is to get rid of as many of these as possible, and it's the same with all of these, right? All the chest monsters, just to get rid of them. So yeah, all of these blocks, the gold blocks and the copper blocks and stuff like that, that's the whole. Yeah, they're not waxed, but the whole point is to put as much in this stuff as possible. Um, that way, if I come down here, now granted, I could easily have done this the same way, but um, I would rather have like, oh, I need some redstone blocks, so it'd be easier for me just to come in here, grab a stack, and then make some redstone blocks. Versus, oh well, I need some redstone dust, so it's kind of half of one, six dozen of the other. I could have easily just done the blocks here, and then when I need the dust, I can just break down the blocks. But if I need if a build calls for a 49, I can do that instead of going, oh, hey, there's that, right? See what I'm saying? Um, Lots of netherrack. Then I have this empty section here. I don't know what to do with. Have the rest of these. I might put blaze rod right here. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and do that. I think I will just go ahead and do that. And I really didn't want to, but eh. Like I think I was debating on putting some other stuff. So like I may, if I ever get the frog lamps, I may move the frog lamps because there's 3 frog lamp variants. I may put those over here, which is going to be one of the things I'll do in the future. Probably one of the future episodes will probably be the frog lamps. So that's probably what's going to go over here. It's the frog lamps. Yeah. And we're rolling up on an hour, so we may not actually get to go uh to the deep dark. That was there's nothing back here. All it is just the it loops around to if you remember the loop around there is the old pathway. There's the enchanting table is above us. Enchanting table. So basically what it was is back when this was open, we'd come down through here and then go in through here this way. And then when we were messing with the um, getting all this built and having to deal with all this stuff, we had access to go through here. And then we used to be able to go up and out right here. Um, Now it doesn't really go anywhere. There's nothing really noteworthy of it. So it's just really nothing. Same thing over here. Nothing really back in here worth, you know, worth coming back here for. Maybe turning it into an underground subway. Not say an underground subway, maybe a railway that I don't know what, but maybe it would work its way. Where are we at? Right here. Cause see it goes back in here too. Maybe they'll connect. Maybe I'll make something in this area. That oh, I was basically what I was trying to do was I was going to try to drop down one more level. So even though this is like a half a system here, what I was trying to do was drop down one more level worth of and start building it out. Obviously, this would be in the way here. Let's see, drop it down in here. Going back in here though, I don't know what I would do here. If you have any ideas, what would you like to see me build a rail system or something like that? Maybe that's where the not chaos. Well, it is chaos cube, but maybe that's where the uh, sulfur cubes will come in handy. Maybe I can make a monorail or something like that. Maybe I can do something differently than what everybody's doing. But there's a lot of this stuff back in here. There's a lot of unexplored area that I should definitely be coming back in here and looking and stuff like that. And I wouldn't mind building some tunnel ways to get to get through to some of this area, this unexplored area. But the only thing is again, it's unexplored and obviously there's nothing here. So, um, but there's something. Is there anything in this little area? Open this up and there anything that we can do right here? What do you guys think? Is there any kind of underground farm that we could do? I mean, there's still a squidding. There's still an ink farm that I need to do. Yes, I'm aware of that. A glow ink farm too. That would be something else I need to do. That requires it to be built in the darkness, which is not an issue. But food for thought, though. What's something that I can do right here? Leave me a comment. Leave me an idea below in the comment section. Um, but other than that, though, that's the world itself is coming together slowly, slowly but surely. It's kind of things are making sense. I'm trying to expand. Um, uh-oh, doing it again, guys. It's doing it again. Hang on. I think it has something to do with journey maps. Is there an update? Well, it's probably a good thing we didn't go to the deep dark. Knowing all this now, I probably would have had issues. But anyway, yeah. Yeah. Now I can make a whole lot of calibrated skulk sensors. Um, we could do. I don't know. If we need to do something with shriekers. We could do something with shriekers. Um, I really, to me at this point, I really don't see the use of hiding anything, like making like hidden laboratories and all that stuff, just simply for the fact that there's not. It's just me on the server, so I don't see the need. And I'm sorry, it's not a server. It's just me in the single player world. I just don't see the need in making like like if I guess if I'm going to make a calibrated anything, it would be specifically um it would be specifically for gosh, I don't know. I don't even really know what I would do. Um I honestly I don't even know what I would use a calibrated scope sensor for. Um Pure educational purposes, I guess. So yeah. I would need to make I would like to redo these so that way I can um have a better system. That way I can get the rest of these guys their prices knocked down. I think that was it though. I think is this going to yeah, Woodland Mansion I went and I cleared that out. There's a good possibility that I could be returning there and making a base out of it. Highly unlikely though. I will probably go through and prune a lot of these areas that I don't need, that I just explored too, so that way I can try to see if I can get some sulfur caves to generate within some of those. Even like these areas that I've already been to. Well, the trail ruins. I think I've been here, but I didn't explore that. So I will try to go back if you guys want to see. If you guys want to see me go back to the trail ruins, fine. Um, Guardian. I'll probably try to take on a Guardian here soon. Where was it at? Yeah, I'll probably try to take on a Guardian sometime soon. Um, I think that's it right there. That looks legit. No, it's right here. Um, I might try to. I might go raid this in the next episode. Let's create a waypoint. Uh, Temple. We'll just do this, and then we'll do Guardian. Um, Edit, brush, edit, save, save, edit, brush, that, save, edit, that, amethyst, that, save. Might create waypoints. Cool. Bum, 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 bum. Villager. Not exactly sure what what this was. Um, Temporary something. But yeah, I will probably go through and prune because see, like all this, all I did was just fly through the world right here. There should be no. Um, I'll use MCA selector and see what parts of the world that I've spent little time in, and I'll probably just go in and remove those chunks around all that, so that way I can um, not have to worry about getting rid of my any of the accidental farms or underground things that I've done. So, but we'll by next episode though we'll definitely be finding if one or two things is going to happen next episode, and that's going to be um, that will either go find some sulfur biomes, and if that's what you guys would choose, I'll do that. I'll save that off. I won't do it on stream. Or um, which I don't know what I don't tomorrow's stream. I don't know what I'll be doing. I'll probably be playing. I've been writing a mod for 7 Days to Die. So I will probably test that out on stream tomorrow. It's an RP mod where basically when you start out playing, you choose what you want to be. Do you want to be a mechanic or a medic or something like that? And you already get points added into that, and then you get you get buffs added into those skill sets, and then you also get like bonus loot and stuff like that. So like if you're a bounty hunter, then you get like a 9 mil pistol, which is just a tier 1. But I mean, starting out day 1 is a great thing to have, right? So you get a tier 1 pistol, a 9 millimeter pistol, and then you get a like 60 rounds of ammo, and then you also get like a hunter's knife, which is a great thing to have as well. So it saves you. What it does is it's like game plus. So new game plus, you start out with the game, but you're starting out with some things that you already have. Uh, a little bit of an edge. Anyway, despite that, I don't know what I'll be doing on stream tomorrow, but it will probably be that testing that out because when after I play through, because I have to play it a little bit to make sure that everything's working fine, and then once I play through that, I will probably start a new series on that. I will probably only get 10 episodes in on this 7 Days to Die series that I have going on. Um, which I know is not a whole lot, but um, I just like I said though, it was I wanted to start out with what's new in the game and go from there. And I really haven't been playing a whole lot of it, but I thought, hey, let's try a mod type of thing. And oops, I need that. But I was like, yeah, let's play it. Let's try making a mod, and so I started doing that. But anyway, in other news though, I've released the 26.2 update for DagMod on Modrant. Currently, it's had 54 downloads in the last 6 days, and I myself have not really been able to play it a whole lot. I really need to start playing my own mod, and so that way I can, um, I can know that things are broke and I can fix them. Because right now it's like I don't even know what's broke. I played a little bit and I'm like, oh, this isn't working. So I actually need to sit down and play it. So that said, while yes, I'm still going to continue this series, and I've said this before, you may not see an episode from this series again for a while. Like I will try to have another episode out next week. But from that point going forward, it may be a hot minute before I put out another Minecraft Adventures episode, and I may just start doing Let's Play series on my mod, and then we'll go from there. I think once people start seeing what the mod is all about, I think they'll enjoy it because I'm really excited about the future of it. Even though we're on 1.8.2 right now, which is basically it's an update version to, and I've added a few things to it. It is an update version to basically going from 1.21.11, which the latest version that the latest update latest version of the 1.21.11 update is 1.7.10. I've stopped updating it. I will not update it anymore. It's still a very fun to playable. It still covers a good 95% of what I have included right now. It's just going to take too much to work to do both to keep it basically ported for both of them. So I don't want to mess with it like that, um, because sorry, but Minecraft did kind of make it fun, make it hard on everybody when they said, "Oh, well, we're going to deobfuscate everything," and so it kind of threw a loop in a lot of modders in the modding community. So um, I wish I could keep it up, but it's just too much work to try to keep both of them going. So going forward, I'm going to try to stay up to date with Minecraft. So that way we can always continue to keep the newest, latest, and greatest involved. So basically, when 1.21.6 came out, and I was working on it, getting after it had been out for a little bit, and we were waiting for the um, we were waiting. I was waiting. Well, basically, the whole modding community was waiting for stability and all that stuff. I decided to go ahead and start working on it, and I got it ported over to 1.21.11. I'm sorry, 1. No, 26.1.2, and then I'm like, oh, you know what? I want to go ahead and throw in the sulfur block. So like as soon as I added in the sulfur blocks and all, I went downloaded the 26.2 and then took the sulfur blocks from that version and then add them as a modded block. Well, in doing so, it's like 2 days later they dropped 26.2, and I'm like, oh well, I don't need these anymore. So what I did was I turned them over from being sulfur over to brimstone, and then I've just got to work on that. In other news, though, or not in other news, in better news, I had a person reach out to me, um, a, a, a texture creator, and they are wanting to help me make textures for my mod. So that would be great. Hello, Poochie. So that would be great for me to get the, you know, like the textures that I have in there are just basically reskinned, recolored textures. Basically, like if I seen something, it's like, oh, okay, like diamond dust. So in my mod, you can take diamonds and throw them in a blast furnace, and you can smelt them down to be diamond powder. And the reason for that is that way you could use diamond powder as a crafting agent or making potions, right? Well, so all I did was I took like redstone powder or sugar cane powder, sugar cane, and just basically that. Oh, hello, thank you. Basically all I did was I took, and now that I probably can't find it, um, either one of these, either one of these teardrop shapes right here. All I did was I just retextured them to or recolored them, changed the hue saturation on it, hue and saturation on it to do to be more of a diamond color or a lazy diamond color, if you will. It's it's a diamond color variant of in game. So and that's not really all I did with a lot of stuff. Was just that honestly. A lot of my all of my textures. Let me rephrase that. A lot of my textures are that. Even like the dragon heart and dragon scales, dragon skin is recolored rotten flesh. Dragon heart is a rotated and I just saw it over here, right? Basically this. It's a resin clump, but it's rotated so that the point is pointing down and it looks kind of like a heart shape, right? Now, this is the heart right here and all that stuff, and it's pointed down. It's colored red. And then like a dragon scale is I guess I could have used a clay ball. Actually, I could probably still use a clay ball. Um but all it is like maybe a piece of coal or something like that that's been retextured to red or something like that. I can't remember. Um, there's very few things I actually put a lot of time and effort into, and because as much as I I I I used to love drawing and stuff like that, and I really wish that I could. Um, I really wish that I could go through and do the texturing and stuff like that myself. I just my mental capacity just doesn't want me to do it. It takes a lot for me to sit down and come up with ideas and stuff like that and try to figure out block bench and all that stuff. So, but anywho, regardless, so the this person's reached out to me and is wanting to help me out with some things. Their first challenge is going to be adding is to changing the mage's wand. So so that's going to be a chore for them task, and then so basically I'll be I guess they're that person's going to basically be brought on as my my art design, if you will. So um and again that's it. Like if anybody really has any ideas, like I can't pay. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if anybody was like, if you like, oh yeah, you can pay me, $30 an hour or something like that. Like, nah, that's not happening. Right? This is a free project that I'm working on. I'm doing this out of, I myself am unemployed, so I sat at home um, uh, and do this stuff. Right? I myself put the time into it, but the point that I'm trying to get across is like if somebody wants monetary gain out of this, it's not going to happen. I will do what I can, but it's like if you're going to charge me like $5 a texture or something like that, um, then I guess we'll be like, okay, this is going to take a while, right? But it'll be a monthly thing, like okay, get me 20 textures this month, and here's your $100 type of thing, right? But that's if anybody wants to join in on the project, like just reach out to me. You can join my Discord. Matter of fact, they joined that person joined my Discord and reached out to me, and um, I feel bad because looking back at it, they're like, "Hey, would you like to help with any textures?" I'm like, "No." And to be fair, that day, I'd already had like 3 or 4 people jump in my stream about wanting to sell artwork and stuff like that. Like, nah, I'm good, fam. Like, nah, I'm good. Like, I don't need any of that stuff. Like, I'm happy with I'm happy with the art textures that I had. I'm simple. I like the simple stuff. I don't need flashy and gaudy. I don't need all that stuff, right? Uh, so yeah, and then it's like, and then I realized, then it clicked. It dawned on me, like, this dude was talking about um my mod. I'm like, oh, I am so sorry. Like, yeah, sure, let's talk and stuff like that. So we joined a voice call during stream and stuff like that. You'll only be able to hear my side of it because I didn't want them to I didn't know what they were going to be like, getting on stream and stuff like that. So people can be people. I will continue to say this, and if this offends anybody, good. That means be better. People will continue to do people shit, and people will. If you're a good person at heart and you don't wish anybody any harm, you'll continue to be a person that's like that. But if you seek out any type of not really retribution, but if you seek out and I not even injustice, but you seek to scam someone or seek to do anything, that is not considered, decent or morale, you're basically going to be a bad person in my eye. And so when anybody jumps off in my stream, they're like, "Oh, hey, do you want to? Would you like to?" And it clearly says that when you're your first time you comment, it says no spamming, no self promotion and stuff like that, right? And I specifically says that includes in all capital letters artwork. And I still get the people on YouTube that they can't read, and so they continue to do people shit. So, pardon my French, but Um, yeah. So, like I said, though, I've spent the last 20 minutes, 30 minutes rambling on when I should have been ending this, but um, excuse me. But yeah, just if anybody, like I said though, in the near future, you'll be seeing more videos coming out, and I said this before, but you'll see videos. Oh, excuse me. You'll be seeing videos, me posting videos of my mod more. Um, I need to get onto that. I do occasionally stream it. I need to post videos and stuff like that. I'm excited though for the future of it because even though we're on 1.8.2, all the way up until when we roll over into version 2, there's going to be a lot of stuff being added. We're talking about an economy system where you basically have four kinds of coinage. You'll have silver, bronze, or copper. Um, silver, bronze, or I'm sorry, no, it's silver, copper, um, gold, and then you'll have platinum coins that will be used as the currency instead of. Now you'll still have the like your trading system where it uses emeralds, right? Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I had to sneeze. But you'll still have your normal, unless I'm able to change it. But you'll receive coinage from your quests and stuff like that, and all that, and that's how you'll start buying some of the custom in game gear. And I'm not talking about like this isn't like a pay to win type of game. The custom gear is not great. Like the armor that I'm wearing is better than the custom gear. Like it comes pre-enchanted and stuff like that, but it's great to have in a sense. But the enchantments will get better as we go along. I promise. So, but mostly you're giving like from the beginning. You're just given like a chest plate. We'll have unbreaking, mending, and maybe like protection or something like that. And then you'll have some of them that'll have protection and blast protection. Um, and then some of them, whatever. So, but there's tons of new enchantments. I really need to update the wiki. I have not updated the wiki since like 1.5.4, if that tells you anything, and we were on version 1.8.2. Um, so there's a lot that needs to be done, but for the most part, the wiki pages on GitHub are updated. Um, I could ramble on all day long. I'm gonna try to wrap this up. I still need to go record the 7 Days to Die episode um, to get it ready for Thursday because I think I'm going to be short on time Thursday. So, um, but anywho, yeah. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'm sorry that it wasn't any more. Um, it wasn't more exciting. I know I promised to take you to the. I promised to take you to the ancient city over there. That ancient city, it did give me hell, but I also found out there's two ancient cities side by side, so there's lots of loot and lots of opportunities to happen there. Um, but yeah, so maybe in the next episode we'll do that, and then I'll still try to have a couple episodes, to be put out over the next few days. If I do get a chance, I'll still go ahead and try to do the series updates, and then maybe even while I'm at it, just go ahead and um, do the DAG mod um, Let's Play series while I'm at it. I mean, it's Oh, yeah. During my adventures, though, I also did um come come across some red nylium or crimson nylium. So have a little crimson nylium farm going on as well. But anywho, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please, I greatly appreciate it if you give it a like. If you dislike it, throw that dislike on there as well. That's fine by me. You're not hurting my feelings. I just appreciate all the engagement that I can get. Um, leave a comment down below on that little area that I spoke about. What could we use it for? Um, oh, oh, hello. I forgot that that the that stands are considered entities. Yeah. All right. Well, that was embarrassing. Cooking quill. Okay. Um. Yeah. Again, I know that there's still a lot to do in this world. But I'm slowly wrapping up to the point of I don't really know what else I want to do. I know that's part of the problem is I really should do more. So, but it's just a matter of figuring out how I want to go about doing it because I typically play cautiously and stuff. Uh, Typically play cautiously, so I don't really like to go out and about and create too much possibilities of. It's not the fact of dying; it's the fact of this gear. It took me a while to get. Now that but the fact that I have like two more or another pair of it, and it's not as bad, but it's still I'd rather not have to go through and lose gear if I don't have to. Um, like this, I need to add more to this box. That way, I can definitely be like, oh, here's my other three sets of or six sets of gear in case something happens. And then I need to netherite them all. So, anywho, okay, back again to the thing. If I keep talking, I'll keep talking. So, you all have a great one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye bye.